Jon Horford would like to be one of those. He's a candidate for the state representative seat in the 77th, a Democrat, and on our AT&T line right this very moment. Welcome to the program. Where's the 77th?
Thank you for having me on. The 77th is it's about half of Lansing. So we have like downtown Lansing, west side, east side, North Lansing, Old Town, Eastwood, DeWitt Township, DeWitt, 3 precincts of Grand Ledge, Waterton Township, Eagle Township, Riley Township, and Westphalia Township.
Okay, you'll have your chance to vote for Jon Horford, who will have the shortest commute of all the state representatives. Pretty good, especially with the gas prices the way they are.
It's fantastic. I can actually, from where my wife and I live, downtown Lansing, I'm looking at the Capitol right now from my office. It's less than a 5-minute walk for me, so very short.
If you were in office right now, would you vote to suspend Michigan's gas tax while those prices are over $4 a gallon for those who do have to commute a long way and everybody else?
In all honesty, I'm not in the position, so I can't say, I can't say for sure, and I don't want to judge anybody who's voted one way or another at the moment, because I'm not in the position to vote on these issues yet.
Is that what they taught you to say at the Michigan Political Leadership Program?
Oh man, yeah. They said don't throw stones, and don't try to make decisions before you're in a position to make decisions, because you don't know what people are actually going through. So just keep an open mind,
Well, I guess that's the point, is that you can run without a record to have to run on. But at some point, you would have to speak up about some of these things, and you'll have no choice but to vote.
Correct. Absolutely. But and when people ask me about anything related to not having a history with elected public service, I just show my track record when it comes to public service in general. I'm not a politician, but I am a public servant and have been for over a decade. Training and mentoring kids for free for over a decade in every city where I've lived, and primarily in the Lansing area, to being the co-chair of Grand Ledge United and Grand Ledge, city council appointed, being on the EDIT committee in Grand Ledge, school district, school board appointed, on the governor's Black Leadership Advisory Council Health Committee appointed by the governor, Parks and Rec Committee. So lots of public service, just no elected office yet.
You are among the 27 million small businesses in America, as I understand it, and we stop every once in a while to remind people to try to use those small businesses. National Mom and Pop Day is on March 29th. What is your business?
So we have a few businesses. So we have 2 app-based businesses. Blueprint Athletes is one. It's available on Android and iOS, and then CC Fit. It's a women's fitness app. That's another one that's available on Android and iOS too. And then we also do some property investments. So we have apartments and Airbnbs.
You played basketball at the University of Michigan. During this NCAA March Madness, did you find yourself rooting for or against Coach Krzyzewski in his last run?
I wouldn't say I was rooting for or against. I appreciate, the history. I appreciate his contribution to the game of basketball, and I appreciate the way that he, prepares his teams. So it wasn't this is amazing, like I really want him to win or I really want him to lose. It's just, an appreciation of, greatness.
What was the greatest moment you had playing college basketball?
The greatest moment I had playing college basketball.
And you can answer this one because it's not hypothetical.
I appreciate that. I can't pinpoint it to a specific moment. I think it's always related to the bonds that we make, the friendships that we make, genuinely. Talking to guys now, talking to, Jordan Morgan or Nick Stauskas or Spike or Esso Kune or, any of them now, and just, reminiscing on, old times, or, still being able to pick things up with, teammates that I run into that I haven't talked to in years. I think that is ultimately what I take away the most from my college experience. Despite, winning, we were on, that 4 years, we had 2 Big Ten championships. We went to the national championship game. I was fortunate enough to be a captain and for the 2014 team. But it still really comes down to the relationships.
Made it to the Final Four, played in the championship game, University of Michigan, Grand Ledge High School, Jon Horford, candidate for state representative, Democrat in the Lansing area in the 77th. And what are you reading these days?
So I'm a classic rereader. Actually, you know what? I did read a new book. I try to read one new book a month. Then I have about 6 books that I reread every month. So the new book I read this month was The Catalyst. My wife's uncle sent it to me, actually. And it was pretty interesting. He thought it would be beneficial for me on my current journey. But the books that I, constantly read tend to be more philosophical, on Seneca's, on anger, on the shortness of life, Epictetus's manual, meditations from Marcus Aurelius, things like that. Cicero's, How to Grow Old.
Did you send that anger book to Juwan Howard?
Hey, I should send that anger book to everyone in America.
No doubt. We need to chill, don't we?
Dude, we've all been guilty of it. we're all human from time to time.
You can meet Jon Horford at Michigrain Distillery April 6th from 4 to 5:30 for a donation. State representative. He's throwing his helmet in the ring.